Hey everybody, Robot here from Vespa Motorsport and ScooterWest.com. So here I got a brand new 2025 GTS 310. Well, not only did they make some changes to the scooter, they have engineered a new generation top case. And to mount the top case, you specifically need the original Vespa folding rack. So Scooter West part number GTS 24PA, also come in black. So if you want to mount this top case, you need that specific rack. You can see it's got this new mechanism that is specially adapted for the folding rack. And we'll start installing the rack. I'll show you how that works. And watch for the next videos on putting this top case on, along with a Capini backrest. Also, only some basic tools are needed. Got a standard number 2 Phillips. Got a 4mm Allen. You could also have a 5mm Allen as well. Better yet, just a T30 Torx driver will do that. So it's a star bit that's about 5mm or T30. All right, so first thing we gotta do is remove the factory equipped grab rail. Pretty straightforward. I've showed this in past videos. Probably the best tool you could use for both the 5mm Allens and of course the Torx. The T30 Torx is a T30 Torx. So go ahead and pull the pet carrier out. So that comes right out like that. You have a pair of fasteners right at the front. One thing to make sure is this do not slip. The last thing you do is slip with the tool and hit the painted surface here. So see the screw comes out. It's got a flat washer and a little star locking washer. Go ahead and hang on to those pieces of hardware. And you don't necessarily need to remove this whole gas around, but I do like to loosen it. These are actually M5 Allens, but again, that T30 Torx driver is a magical tool. It works for more than just the star bits there. Need to remove this little beauty cover right here. And it's just a single Phillips located from the backside here. And you can see I kind of need a longer one. I'll just hold that thing, go ahead and pull that away. And it reveals 2 more fasteners. This is where it's critical, don't slip. So get ready to capture the fastener as it becomes loose. I think these are identical to those frontmost fasteners. If you're doing this on an earlier model, slightly different. But pretty much the same effect. You got 4 fasteners to hold the grab rail down. So I'm kind of lifting the rail as I'm removing that last screw. Go ahead and support the rail and just lift that away. All right, so here is the factory grab rail that includes the folding rack. So if you're going to install the new style top case, you need the factory rack. If you're going to install the Capini backrest that I'll show in the next video, you need to have the original rack, folding rack here. So the Scooter West part number on this is GTS 24PA, and we also have one that has a suffix of BK, which is a black powder coated version. That's a factory original folding rack. See, it's got a stainless steel rod. The pair of springs includes the plastic clip here. Unfortunately, again, you need this specific rack for the new top case. You can't use any of the aftermarket ones that, even though they look really, really similar, you need to have this one. Of course, that might change. It's kind of mid-2025. Somebody may come out with an aftermarket rack that works with the new top case. So first things first, you need a 4mm Allen. I would suggest loosening these 2 fasteners. And sometimes they're a little stiff, and if you have an older rack, you may want to soak them with, some type of penetrated fluid. Reason being is you need a little bit of adjustability here. So while I'm supporting this, go ahead and lift that plastic surround, and I'll just get started by installing one of the screws, just so I'm kind of holding it in place. Got my Phillips or T30 Torx, excuse me. handy right here. And then move on to the next one. So everything's loose. Trick with all accessories, start everything, don't tighten anything in any one fastener down. Now we can move on to the rearmost fasteners. So you got the same washer stack. And it's a little tricky because you got to aim this all through this rack right here. Everything's, even this part's loose. Kind of wiggle it around, get that one started. And see how I'm on top of this bar? You have a lot of trouble if you're going to try tightening that from the other side. So they're going in nice and smooth. If you have any struggles with those fasteners, you may want to put a little grease on them. You may need to chase the holes in the body. At this point, get those started. They're not all the way tight. I'll move to these two here. I'm going to go back to that 4mm Allen right here. Go ahead and tighten those. And you need to remove the clip. Show you how that works right now. So snaps just like that. Just don't over tighten these. Real easy to strip these button head Allens out. That's all pretty good right there. And if you want to torque these with a torque wrench, they're probably about 6.5 to 7 foot-pounds. And that's all you need. May want to come back to them and check them occasionally. But there you go. Got the folding rack. Pretty straightforward install. And got the grab rail and includes this little clip. All right, so you have the folding rack installed. Of course, there's more you could do with it. If you're just going to leave it as the classic folding rack, I'll show you how the clip works. So included with the rack is this plastic clip. Doesn't work all that well. It works fine if you're just holding it down to put the top case on, or if you just want to hold it in the upmost position, and that keeps it from rattling. We do sell this as a spare part. It's pretty easily lost, but a better solution is one of the Scooter West clamps. So we have them red. I also have anodized aluminum black, and of course the classy chrome. Part number on these is 623576-C for the chrome one. If you just type that, the first 6 of those up, that part number or rack clamp on the Scooter West web store, it will pretty much lead you in the right direction. So if you want to fix it in the up position, do that, and it's got the little set screw, and that's all you need to do, and it's nice and tight. Also has that foam piece that you can install, and vice versa. So if you want to fix it in a down position, just like that, give it a couple spins right there and holds the rack in place. You do it with the red one as well. Same effect, same with the black one. So you have that fixed down. You can put like a bungee cord on it, put a beach blanket, a small bag. There's soft luggage that works very well with these style folding racks. If you're going to put an aftermarket top case, they do not work very well with these racks because of the separate bar. I would just recommend a fixed flat rack. If you're going to install the older generation GTS top case, you have these little buttons that you need to pop out. And the older generation top case includes all the hardware to bolt it to this rack, including this special clamp that goes right here. I'm not going to show how to do that. I've covered that probably several years ago. You could probably find an old video on installing the older generation top case. But look for my next videos. I'm going to show how to install the new generation top case. As of 2025, they redesigned the top case along with a Capini backrest, kind of the classic ironing board backrest that works specifically with the Piaggio Vespa original folding rack. So thanks for watching. It's Robot here from Vespa Motorsport and ScooterWest.com. Hope you found that useful. Pretty much these steps work on any GTS all the way back to 2006. You can even retrofit it to a GT200. That's even earlier model. Right here, we're installing this on the latest generation GTS 310. It never changed the pattern back here, so pretty universal install for the GTS.